If you're new around here, hello, it's lovely to meet you, and if you're returning, thank you very much for coming back. My name is Alana and I'm a 35-year-old lady living in Scotland, and on this channel we predominantly talk all things beauty, hair care, lifestyle, travelly, bloggery bullshit, but with a liberal sprinkling of sarcasm and cynicism thrown in on top. Today's video is going to be an empties video, and why not? As we start the new year, you love to get rid of all the old shit and start bringing in some of the new shit. So I thought I've actually accumulated so much stuff recently, just big basket full of stuff, and I thought let's just go through them. Let's have a look at what empties I've got, if they were worth it, and would I buy them again. Now I do have an empties playlist, so if you're ever interested in seeing what comes up over and over in my empties videos and what I have repurchased, I'm going to pop it up here in the corner if you fancy. And if that does sound like your kind of thing, there's a little subscription button in the corner, give it a little thumbs up, all that kind of YouTuber bullshit. I promise you though, it really helps the channel, so I really appreciate it. But let's just get into this. Got myself back on the coffee today. The Baileys is officially finished. That season is over. Next year I'll be back on it, but not just now. So let's start off with skincare, because I think that's what the majority of people love to hear about, skincare, stuff like that. Now if you watched my recent kind of roundup of 2022 and my favourite skincare and makeup options, I'm going to put them up in the corner of the videos, then it will come as no surprise to you that CeraVe is in this empties. This is an empty one. I got a new one Black Friday. I ordered a new one via Look Fantastic on Black Friday. So I use this all the time. I am not going to get into any big descriptive things about this stuff because I have spoke about it till I am blue in the face. If you do have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment below or message me over on Instagram. I'll be happy to answer anything on it. But basically it's just a really nice facial cleanser. There's no frills to it. It's not anything fancy. It doesn't feel particularly like luxurious or anything, but for the size of it and for the price of it, I think it does a really good job. It's a second cleanse and it's why I keep going back to it. Now I'm just seeing what other cleansers I have got here. I have two kind of smaller sizes here. What I'm going to say actually about both these products I'm going to speak about is both of them claim to remove makeup, and I would dispute that on both of these counts. The Fenty one and this one here from Curel, which is a makeup cleansing gel, literally says it in the name, I would dispute that. I think these are definitely more second cleanse steps. Now I did try them to remove makeup. I think I tried them with like just a basic kind of makeup, like everyday style makeup, just a little mascara and a little bit of blush, you know, nothing huge, no like big false lashes and eyeliner and all that kind of stuff. And I have to say, I still found that they weren't removing makeup as good as the likes of a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm. In saying that, I would say that the Curel one is a really nice second cleanse, especially if you're like me. I am kind of normal leaning to dry, and I think this is very nice hydrating cleanser. Similar to like the CeraVe, I'm not saying that it's a bad cleanser. I just feel like, considering the name says makeup cleansing gel, I would dispute that. The Fenty one, I like this, but what I will say again, as someone who is normal leaning to dry skin, this is a foaming cleanser. I don't know if it like markets itself that way, but certainly when I've used it, I found it's very nice. It feels nice when it's going on, and it's not particularly stripping the way some others are, but with it just being that slightly foaming aspect, I found it probably wouldn't be one that I would go and buy in a full size. I just prefer a normal cleanser. I just prefer gel or a balm cleanser as opposed to a foaming one, and so for me I would pick this up again. I have a mini of the Milky Jelly cleanser from Glossier. This is a favourite. I actually bought a full size one just at Black Friday and then got a gift at Christmas time that also had another mini one in it, so I am loaded up with Milky Jelly cleanser. I think this is a really nice product. What I'm going to say is though, because I've said it in the past, the CeraVe kind of does the same job, but it's just a little less expensive for the amount you get. So if you're kind of thinking, you know what, I'm not just ordering one thing off Glossier, because I've heard on the grapevine that they're going into Sephora. I don't know if that'll be here in the UK, but certainly I've heard on the grapevine Glossier are going into Sephora. At the moment you can really only buy online here in the UK, or if you're lucky enough to live near a shop, but that's London, and you know, I think everybody thinks that London is the UK, and you're like, you know, London is about a 5-hour journey on a train from me, so I'm not going to be going to the shop. It's like expecting people in America to just be able to nip to a pop-up in New York when they live at the other side of the country, you know. It's not close, let me put it that way. Anyway, as I was saying, I think that if you're interested in a kind of second cleanse for moisturising and hydrating skin, then the CeraVe one is fantastic. What I will say about the jelly cleanser is when I'm actually using it the process of using it is a bit nicer. It feels a little bit more soothing on the skin. It feels a little bit more, it just feels a little bit more luxurious on the skin. And I do really like the products. But if I was finding I had to choose between one or the other, and I'm looking at budgets and stuff like that, I would say the CeraVe does the same thing for a slightly lesser price point. It's just completely up to you. There is a slight fragrance to this one, I would say. It basically smells a little bit like Glossy EU, if I'm honest with you. But there's definitely a fragrance to it, whereas the CeraVe one has no fragrance at all. I then have these two balm cleansers. This one here is from the Glow Hub. You've heard me speak about it before. It actually came into my roundup of favourites. This is the Nourish and Hydrate Cleansing Balm with peach and coconut, and it is strong scent of peach, it is. If you're not into strong scents of things, then maybe this wouldn't be for you, but what I am going to say is, for the price point, for what it does, removal of makeup, I think this is a brilliant product. I think it's really, really good. I think Glow Hub are a really cheap and cheerful little brand. It's kind of, I would say, geared towards slightly more teenage to early 20s people. But here in our mid 30s to going to be 36 very soon, it's actually a really nice product. I don't think when it comes to makeup removal, you are going to rinse this off your face once you've rinsed off the makeup. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're going to then do a second cleanse normally. So if you're going to wash this off anyway, I don't think it really matters with what your skin type is. Unless you're highly allergic to fragrance or something, then fair enough, take that into account. And then this one here is a mini of the Pharmacy Green Clean. I feel like I've had this for ages, but I only used it up, and actually there's a tiny little bit left in there, can you see it? I only really used up the last of it on my holiday in November. I'm going to say something, I know the reason why I didn't really use it up, because when I used this, I'd heard so much hype around the Pharmacy Green Clean. I think it's nice. Again, it's a nice balm cleanser. Does it remove makeup? Yes. Do I think it needs all the hype around it? I'm just saying. I know loads of people that really enjoy it. I know loads of people who are like, oh my god, it's my favourite balm cleanser, which is fantastic, great. But I guess I just expected more from it. I don't know what I was expecting from it, but I'm not sure what this does that other balm cleansers don't. I'm just putting it out there, just saying. And I would say the exact same for, you know, other expensive balm cleansers like Emma Hardy or Elemis. They are luxurious, they are nice, they maybe have a nice fragrance, they maybe have a slightly different texture. But at the end of the day, when you're using a balm cleanser to take off your makeup and you're maybe going to do a double cleanse anyway, I just think, what is the point in paying for super duper expensive balm cleansers? I'm really sorry. This one does have a real like limey citrus fragrance to it, I would say, but it didn't irritate my skin or anything like that. Sometimes citrus can irritate my skin, and I didn't find that at all. It does have a kind of green scent, I suppose, if it's a lime, but I don't know. I just didn't get it. Didn't get the hype. Wouldn't buy it again. Really sorry. Let's talk toners or kind of milks type thing, waters, essences, whatever you want to say. This is the Versed Baby Cheeks All-in-One Hydrating Milk with coconut water and bamboo extract. I think I'd mentioned before, I hated the packaging on any style of push down water or cleanser or toner. But I realised that if you push on the outside with your cotton pad, then it just saturates the cotton pad rather than pushing down in the middle. If you push down in the middle, everything squirts everywhere. It's just a fucking mess. Would I prefer it if they just had a normal topped bottle? Yes, I would, if I'm honest with you. But the product itself was very, very nice. And there are other products that I've had in this style that I have avoided buying again because of this kind of packaging. And now that I know how to use it appropriately, because I'm a fucking idiot, I will be more aware of that. But at the time, it did make me kind of double think whether I would buy this again. But that's just a very personal, nitpicky thing. I think the product itself was very nice, was very soothing, and kind of, again, I think it says it's a cleansing sort of situation. Where is it? Do It All Toner Cleanser and Makeup Remover. Again, no. I don't think it claims to do those things, but is it a nice toner after you've washed your face? Yes, absolutely. This one here is from Secret Key. This was actually sent to me via Stylevana for kind of review. It's basically just a treatment essence. I used to love the Misha one as well. I still love the Misha one. It's just that I have moved on to, at the moment, the Isntree. And I think I would also try the Curel one as well. I have a mini of the Curel one. Here it is here. So at the moment, would I go back and reach for this? No, because I just have loads of other options that I'm using. and other things that I'm interested in. But that's not to say that this is a bad product. I think it's very nice, and if you do enjoy an essence, it's very, very good. Go and check it out over in Stylevana. But it's not going to be top of my list. That's all I'm saying. And as I said, Curel have also got one as well. This is their hydrating water essence. This is a mini. I've really, really enjoyed this too. And as other things that I usually purchase in essences are usually via Stylevana or YesStyle or anything like that, and they take a little bit longer to get here, I think I've mentioned that already, I would be quite happy if I can go pick this up full size in Boots and get Boots points on it as well. So if and when I run out of my Isn't one, I may be inclined to pick this up in a full size. I really enjoyed it. I then have the Fenty Skin Fat Water. This is their, is it like a glycolic toner? I can't remember exactly. It's definitely some sort of AHA, I want to say, but it's also maybe got some sort of help for hydration in it. I can't remember. It doesn't have the ingredients on this bottle, but it says that it's a pore refining toner serum. I have to say the consistency of this was really interesting because it is definitely more like an essence that I would be used to using. Like when you're pouring it out, it's not just a water, it's got a little bit of something else to it, and I quite enjoyed that. But because it is more inclined to be like a exfoliating style, I wouldn't just like pat that all over my face, and I probably wouldn't use it daily either. I've kind of mentioned that before. It was nice, but would I buy it in full size again? Probably not. I think there's other ones that I'm using. I'm particularly really enjoying the Ren one at the moment, and that one has lactic acid in it. I just think there's other ones that I've used, maybe cheaper, maybe in the same kind of range, that I would purchase before this one again. It was nice, but it didn't blow my socks off. Now I have two sprays here, both of which I absolutely adore. I actually don't have a backup of this one at the moment, but it's because I asked for this for Christmas and I thought, you know what, I can pick this up again if I need it. This is the Swaris Time Is Running Out mist. Now I did give this away in a flash giveaway recently because it is one of my most loved mists. I think it is just absolutely stunning. It's usually one that I would use at night time as well. Like it's not always one I'll put on first thing in the morning. This is more of a morning one, this is more of a nighttime one, and at the moment I don't really have a nighttime option. I got the rose one from Swaris. It is in my bathroom, and sometimes I'll spritz that one at night, but I am not enjoying it as much as I love this one. This one had macadamia seed and jojoba seed oil, and it was one of these bi-phase ones, a little bit like the Micellar waters you get. It has like a serum water on mist on the bottom, and then it has an oil on the top. It is fantastic. This is the Curel Intensive Moisture Care Deep Moisture Spray. This is, I want to say £19.99 a can. It is not cheap. I'm not going to kid on that it is. I know that's not like 60 quid a can. I know there's a lot more expensive ones. But at the end of the day, £20 for a spray is still relatively expensive. So I just want to put that out there. Like I'm not living in some sort of fucking bubble where I think that 20 quid for spray when you could maybe buy, you know, just water and put it in a bottle. I get that it's like not the cheapest for a water spray. What I will say about this though, again, a little bit like the essences, it is just something extra. I think it has got some sort of ceramides in it and things like that, and lipids and oils, and basically then when you spray it on your face, it's a little bit like the Swaris Time Is Running Out mist. It is a water and it has some sort of products in it that really makes your skin feel beautiful, and like you've already put on a little bit of something on your face before you go on with your skincare. I think this is wonderful. They actually advise to spray it like through the day. I don't really do that. I generally just use it when I'm doing my skincare, and it can be used over makeup. I don't think I've ever used it over makeup. Maybe when I've been filming a video and just been showing the action of the spray, but in day-to-day life, I can't say that I spray this throughout the day, but I do always use it with my skincare routine. I then have two Micellar waters. Again, this one came into my favourites in 2022. It has done for years now. I want to say this has been about for a good 5-6 years probably, and it's the Micellar cleansing water, but it's the oil infused one from Garnier. I think it's really, really nice. It's just a Micellar water at the end of the day, that's all it is, but it does the job brilliantly, and for the amount and for the price it costs, it's really, really good. This one here is from Lancome, and this is their bifacial one, and again it's like one of those bi-phase Micellar waters. Only a mini one, obviously, and there's a tiny little bit at the bottom there. I took it away on holiday with me to use it up, and I'm going to be honest with you, would I ever pay for the full size of this? No, absolutely not, because I can just get the Garnier one for a fraction of the cost. It just seems like overpriced micellar water to me. It's fine, it removed the makeup, but it's micellar water. It's a little bit like the cleansing baths. I don't see the point in paying loads and loads of money for things like this. Now here I have a few serum-y type things I want to say. First of all, this is the Drunk Elephant C Firma Fresh Day Serum. This is their L-ascorbic acid one. This is basically their vitamin C serum. I picked this up not long after having Jack as a little bit of a treat to myself because Drunk Elephant are pricey. I'd got a few miniatures of this over the years and thought, you know what, I really want to get a full size one because as far as vitamin C's go, this was the only one that I ever felt really done anything. But now having had a full size one and how much I used it in my skincare routine and where I was trying to slot it in and all that, basically I feel the same about this as all the other vitamin C's. Vitamin C just doesn't really fit into my skincare routine. Now I'm saying that, but I was sent one quite recently from Oma by Sharon, and it's like a hydrating serum and a vitamin C serum in one. So I will be trying that out once my Isntree has run out. I will give that a go and then we'll see if that can incorporate vitamin C into my skincare routine and if I like it and if it makes me want to reach for it. But as far as vitamin C's go, I just don't really know what they're doing for my skin. Not like technically I don't know. I understand scientifically, theoretically what vitamin C is supposed to do for your skin, but I just don't see any difference with my skin. I'm a bit like, meh, I don't get it. So would I ever pay, what was this, like 70 quid? 70, 90 pound or something? But never ever again, no. And it's not because it's a bad serum. I think if you're someone who loves a vitamin C, this is a really, really nice one. But for me personally, I just don't really see the point in it in my life, in my skincare, so I will never ever pay that much for a vitamin C ever again. I have this one here from Dr. Jart and it is their Psychopair Tiger Grass Repair Cream. This goes alongside the Tiger Balm, which I've spoke about for years now, and this is basically just like the cream version. I feel like there was a serum of this. It came in a set of 3 as well, and actually I really liked this. I thought it was very nice as a cream. Would I pick it up full size? Probably not, because I just have other moisturisers and stuff. It didn't blow my socks off enough to be like, oh, I need that, but it was nice. It was okay. A couple of other serums here, or as one's a serum and one's an eye cream. They're just sample sizes. But let me just stop here for a minute. Charlotte's Magic Serum, the Crystal Elixir, crystal infused serum for younger looking miracle skin. Charlotte, why? Why do you do it to yourself? All this over exaggeration of words, I don't know. Anyway, so it says, massage a few drops onto clean skin morning and evening before your magic moisturizer. I got this sample in my mystery box and that was in November, end of November. And at New Year, I went to stay with my in-laws. We had New Year there and I took this with me because I thought, oh, I'm just gonna pack a little skincare bag. I don't have to take loads of stuff with me. This will do me as a serum and then I don't have to take my big bottle of serum. Let's just give it a try. Now, I don't think today on the camera you're gonna see it, but I did post up on Instagram the same day as I'm filming this, the fact that today is Wednesday. I used this on Sunday and my skin since Monday has been like a fucking piece of sandpaper. It is so rough and bumpy. There has obviously been something, and I'm not saying it is this fault. I'm not saying it's the fault of this. But I didn't try any other new skincare. Everything else that I took with me were either miniatures of things I already had or they were things that I already used. So there was no other new skincare used apart from this on the Sunday. New Year's Day, I put this on, done the rest of my skincare and then put some makeup on and had a family dinner. And as I say, Monday, my skin was like bump, 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 bump. And it was like right here where I noticed it first, like up in this area here, very, very bumpy. And I thought, oh, I'm getting like a couple of spots up here. And then I thought, oh no, it's more like a rash. What's that all about? And before I knew it, it was like all over my jawline, over my cheeks. It's in between my eyebrows. And I have to say today, it's not super itchy, but yesterday it was super itchy too. It's more like a heat rash. So I'm not saying it's this for definite, I'm just alleging because this was the only thing that I tried. So in a way, I'm glad I got it in a sample because if I had picked this up in full size and that had happened, I'd be fucking pissed off. But I'm just saying, I did find it to be quite heavily fragranced. Most of Charlotte stuff is quite fragranced. I don't feel like it should have done what it did though. Like I just, this is the only thing I can pinpoint two that I had used and hadn't used before. And here we have the Magic Eye Rescue, and this is the eye cream to help brightness and reduce the appearance of wrinkles. I also used this on New Year's Day, and obviously only put that under here, and I have to say I don't find that there's like too much roughness in this area, so it's not like the rest of my skin was fine and where I've put the eye cream is like the target. It's basically the rest of my face is like, I say, a fucking piece of sandpaper. It's all bumpy and itchy. What I will say though as well, there's probably actually enough in this for another shot, but I just thought, seeing as these are the two new things I tried, I'm not going to fucking chance it. But there's definitely a mica or something in this. I'll just squeeze out a little bit. See, there's definitely some left. There's definitely some sort of illuminating, slight, very slight shimmer to the eye cream, I would say. There's something there that's going to make it look like your under eye is illuminated, so probably just want to take that into consideration as well if it's something that you were thinking about picking up. I then have the Inculus Caffeine Eye Cream, again a favourite. I've repurchased it, I think it's really nice. I will continue to buy this, I really enjoy it. And I have the Curel, oh god, what is this called? Intensive Moisture Facial Cream. It's part of their Intensive Moisture Care, and this is a mini one. I did use it up and I did pick up a full size of it. I am actually very nearly finished the full size one as well, and I would pick up again. I think it's a lovely moisturiser. I then have all of these from Dermatica. I am an affiliate with Dermatica, so if you do buy through my link or if you want to use my code or anything like that, it's just so you know I do earn a little bit of commission or kickback off of it. But I am now on to month 4 of Dermatica, and I have to say, I think I mentioned again in my skincare roundup, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really nice. I also got sent this in PR. It is their Azelaic Acid 20% cream, which I really enjoyed as well. And as for the actual treatment system itself, I am thoroughly enjoying it just now, and this is me going into month 4 of it. So yes, I will be continuing to use Dermatica. It's obviously in this Empties, but I will be continuing to use it. Alright, so moving on to some shower stuff now. It is the L'Occitane shower gel. It is in the Cherry Blossom scent. It's very nice. I can't even remember how this came into my life. I have no fucking idea where this came from. I didn't have a L'Occitane set or anything. Not a clue, but I enjoyed it. It was nice. The scent is really nice. Just a nice shower gel. I do prefer their almond stuff. I think it's nicer, but yeah, it was a nice shower gel. This here is from CeraVe. This is the moisturising cream. It's just the big old massive tub that I go through all the time. I did buy a new one on Black Friday, so I have another one on the go at the moment. It's my go-to moisturising cream for when I come out of the shower. I don't use this on my face. You can use it on your face. I know people who do use it on their face. There's no reason why you can't. But I don't, and I actually really like this stuff. I think I had a friend recently saying that this wasn't enough for them, like their legs were too dry and this wasn't enough, which I have to say, like, I've got dry skin and this always seems to do the trick for me. It says for dry to very dry skin, so I did wonder, like, was it, they said the lotion rather than the cream, so I wondered if they'd been using a different one. It was Sheila, if you're watching this video, please fucking comment down below, because I did see that comment and I thought, I wonder if it's this one, because this is really heavy on me and I've got dry skin and it always seems to do the trick, and I live in a cold country as well. But I can totally appreciate when things don't work for somebody else as well. Like I'm not that absolutely fucking irrational that I can't take, people might just not be keen on things. But for me, I've been using this now for 3-ish years, I want to say, maybe 4, because it might have been pre-COVID, I can't remember exactly. All the years just fucking blend into one now, and I really like it and I continue to buy it. I've got 2 dry shampoos here. One is from Collab and one is from Got To Be. The Got To Be one was the Instant Refresh Extra Volume. I didn't feel like it added any volume. And this one from Collab is just the original. This one is very white casty. This one was okay. Both of them are okay, but I won't buy them again. I am currently using one from Kristen S. I have used it before, but the one that I'm using just now was actually sent in PR. And I'm wondering if they have changed their formula slightly, because I feel like the white cast on the Kristen S one is a lot less than it used to be the first time round that I tried it. Just wondering, not sure, but at the moment that's what I've used today, the Kristen S one, and I don't think the white cast is too bad. You saying hello? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Are you showing your smile? Hello? Are you showing your smile? You saying hello? Hi. Yes. Hello, handsome. Yeah. You want this back? Here you go. So that was that was Jack's gran and pappy who have brought him back to me a little earlier than I expected, but these things happen and it's fine, and he is just adorable. He's just had his dinner, so I stopped there to give him his dinner. We have a few more things that I have to say about in these empties, so I'm gonna sit him on my knee and see how far we get. If we don't, this video might be a non-goer, but we will see. Yeah, you want to do that? Good boy. You want to see this one? Look, we've just spoke about this one. This is a dry shampoo. So we'll see how we go with this, because he is a lot older now, as you can tell. He is 9 months now, so it's quite difficult to get things done around the house with him if it's not involving him. That's what I mean to say. So dry shampoos, we've already spoke about them. Again, one that is not going to be any surprise to anybody who's been here for any length of time. It's the John Frieda Volume Lift Shampoo and Conditioner. I always buy these and I always buy them in this size. They are my favourite. I do not claim that they give you thicker hair, but what I will say is, as somebody who's got very fine and flat hair, I put a little curl through it all the time, but as somebody who's got fine and flat hair, I find that they make styling my fine and flat hair a lot better. Yes, exactly. And I definitely will purchase again. I bought a set of these for Christmas. I basically was like to Alan, this set has ran out, I need another set, would you please pick me a set up? You have one here to show people, don't you, Jack? You actually do. This one here, the Aveeno. This one? Yes, this one. You want to stand up? Come here. This is the Aveeno Baby Daily Care Hair and Body Wash for Sensitive Skin. Now, I put up a video in pregnancy showing you how to get lots of free things, like from Boots and wherever, and that was actually one of the things that I got free in pregnancy, and I actually picked up 2 of these. So I've moved on to the second one now, and as I said, he is 9 months old. I didn't start using any proper body wash or anything like that on him until he was at least whoop! Until he was about 12 weeks old. So this has been used up over 6 months, and I just used a tiny, teeny squirt of it. I don't know what he's trying to put in his mouth now. Oh, you have to have eyes everywhere. I'm sure people will totally appreciate that. But I think he enjoyed it. I think he thought it was nice. It's pretty good, and if you can get your hands on it at a cheaper price, I'm pretty sure Amazon will probably do it as well. I do like it. I have a friend who has really bad eczema, depends on how you say it, and she really, really likes the Aveeno range because it's got oat lipids in it, and she says it does a really, really good job. So really enjoyed this too, thought it worked well for him, and I have another bottle on the go. Now what Jack is actually playing with at the moment is a mini of the replica Jazz Club. Absolutely everything goes in the mouth at the moment, absolutely everything. He's got 2 bottom teeth and no top teeth at the moment, but I think the top ones are on their way in. Oh, thanks for throwing that on the floor there. Yeah, so what he did have in his hands there was Replica Jazz Club. I bought a full size one of these for Christmas. I am so pleased. It's one of my favourite fragrances. The other little bits and bobs that he was trying to pick up and put in his mouth were these tiny fragrance diffusers, atomizers, is that what you call them? And these are from Commodity. Now, I originally seen these spoke about by Kelly over at Keep Beauty Real, and she was talking about the exploration kit from Commodity. I have to say, this is one of the best kits I've ever had. I really enjoy the replica fragrance kit, but I think you get 10 in that. I think you get 12 in this, to be honest with you. It just gives you an idea of what their fragrances are and what scent type you would like you get a bold one, you get like a minimal one, a personal one, blah blah blah. I really liked the kit. I thought it was really nice. It's made me think that I may well pick up a fragrance from them in full size, but at the moment, having just been Christmas and I bought 3 fragrances for Christmas, I really don't need to purchase from them at the moment, but I will leave their link down below if you're interested so you can go and check them out. Now, would you like to show what you are shoving in your mouth at this point in time? What Jack is shoving in his mouth is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Concealer. It seems to be doing a really good job of keeping those teeth active, or those gums active, I should say. And what I would say is that the Shiseido Synchro Skin Concealer is actually one of my favourites. Now, I was going to go and pick it up from Boots. I thought, you know what, that's going to be a great thing I can use my voucher from. But then I remembered the most stupid thing in the world that Boots do is you can't use a voucher online. It's so stupid, so I'm going to need to find a shop that has Shiseido in store to pick that up again. It's so frustrating. I don't know why Boots do it, but that's what that empty is. We then have this empty, don't we? And this is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. Yeah, you can have that one now, fine, that's fine. This video is an absolute bust. See, this is why I wouldn't have the pleasure of still being able to do YouTube and stuff like that if it wasn't for Alan's mum and dad taking him off my hands for a couple of hours. Unfortunately today has just been timing on my own part, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll be able to squeeze this video in. Shit, no. Anyway, so that is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. Again, I'm going to put my video of mascaras up in the corner because I talk about all of them on that video. And this here is the Gen C Spectator Sport mascara. Also absolutely love this. I would say the two of them are very different. I think the Maybelline is an all-rounder, really good lengthening, volumizing separation, really lovely, and the Gen C one is definitely much more of a voluminous one. It's going to give you a little bit more drama to it. I also have the Gen C Arch Support Brow Powder Gel. I really like this too. I actually have a new one on the go at the moment. I think this is very nice stuff. The only word of warning that I would say is that I think it is a little darker than described on the website. So I've got medium brown, I want to say it is, but it's very dark, and I have very dark eyebrows, so just a word of warning. We then have this brow powder. Would you like something through your brows, sir? Would you like something through your brows? That is the Glossier Boy Brow that he's now putting in his mouth, and again, I absolutely love this stuff. I think it's really great. I didn't actually include it in my video this year for my makeup roundup, but I actually bought a new one on Black Friday and I still really love it. It just so happens that I'd found a few other products in the last year that I really enjoyed and wanted to give a bit of time of day to. So that is Glossier Boy Brow that he's now got on his gub, and I really like it. Would recommend it. Would think that it's amazing. A really good dupe for it is e.l.f. Wow Brow. Right, two more things. Look. That is the e.l.f. Mighty Balm. Is that what it's called? Can mummy see? Where is it? Mighty Mint Ride or Die Balm. I think that's what it's called. And actually that's not quite finished yet. You can see there that it's still got some in the tube. But what I'm going to say is, I think I'd mentioned it in a video recently, that it's very sticky. It's almost like a sticky lip gloss as opposed to a nourishing lip balm. I feel like it's very good at night for like a lip mask, but during the day it's just a little too sticky for me as a lip balm. So I'm actually throwing that one out a little bit early because I ended up getting 2 or 3 Glossier ones for Christmas. Not this is obviously empty. But I ended up getting 2 or 3 new Glossier ones for Christmas, and I will be using them a lot more frequently. And I know for a fact, I just wasn't loving this. It's nice, but I did, as I say, get the Glossier Mint one for Christmas. And that is why I am getting rid of this. Hi, you coming up? Hi. You're so beautiful. Mwah. You're just so beautiful. So yes, the last one that I had in my hand there. This one. This is the Glossier Wild Fig Balm.com. Yes. And that is completely finished. As you can see, it's completely flat. I have used it within an inch of its life because it was the only one that I had left before I got some new ones for Christmas, and I really like it. Please don't pull that lid off with your mouth. Anyway, I'm really sorry if you were watching this and you were like, oh yeah, just gonna watch a nice Empties video, and then it has been absolutely rudely interrupted by this little man. But what can you do? This is life now, and I can't be kidding on like it isn't like this, because it is like this a lot of the time. But I mean, look at him, he's just fantastic. He's so much fun. He's so much fun. Yes he is. He's so much fun. So I love him to bits, and unfortunately sometimes videos are just going to be a little sketchy and a little interrupted. But I will see you all again soon in the next one. Hopefully you're enjoying your new year. Hopefully you have found this video interesting, and if any of my empties you've thought, is it worth buying? I hope that I've gave you a little mini review if they are. And we will see you all again in the next one. Probably just me, but potentially the both of us. We'll see how things go. You gonna wave? Say bye. 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 Oh, well done. Well done. We'll see you later. Bye.